Next batch of articles. Let's talk some Marvel Rivals and why Concord flopped. Marvel Rivals has been out for about a week. They've peaked at 10 million players since the last time we checked. And it's got the developers talking a little hot. But before we get into it, friendly reminder, I'm giving away a Steam Deck for the month of December 2024. If you want to enter the giveaway, click the link at the top of the chat. Please follow the instructions. You only got to do one thing. If you're watching on YouTube, first and foremost, hello, hit the like button. Also, to enter the giveaway on YouTube, the link will be in the description box below. Let's get back to it. Marvel Rivals director reckons Concord flopped because it wasn't original enough. I don't think anyone can accurately predict this. Let's see. Marvel Rivals is a rare success in the live service arena that's taken countless high-profile victims this year. Having pulled over 10 million players in just 3 days, the superhero shooter's director has said he believes Concord failed to find the same success because it didn't bring any unique value. Despite entering into a subgenre where Overwatch 2 dominates, Marvel Rivals and Concord had two very different fates. Marvel Rivals seems to be a massive hit at the moment, while publisher PlayStation took Concord around back after its launch and then eventually shut down the entire studio. In an interview with the Video Gamer podcast, Marvel Rivals director Thaddeus suggests that Concord flopped. First of all, why are you talking about this? I'm not... This is one of them. I do need to start a consulting company. Why are you talking about them? Just talk about your game, what's coming in the future. Like it's there's like a phrase, like a girl's or like a guy's guy. Like you don't come across as like a guy's guy with this. It's dickhead shit, bro. Like you're kicking them when they're down and they're your fellow developers. Anyways, Concord flopped since it didn't bring any unique value to gamers, he explained. That there's a switching cost in live services where players who have already invested time and sometimes money into a game will be less willing to switch to another. I've already invested in Overwatch. I've got 15 skins for Farah. I'm not going anywhere.
Than that? Rouge the Bat just upped the prices on her OnlyFans.
Yo, shout out to Treesome with the subs. Appreciate it. Yo, shout out to Sid. What up, Sid the Owls? The dual streams help out the viewers like me who work overnight. I got you. I've already invested in Overwatch. I got 15 skins for Farah. I'm not going anywhere. Marvel Rivals had a leg up in the respect since it's a free-to-play release as opposed to Concord's $40 entry fee. Sasser, or Thaddeus, definitely makes a solid point about why it's so hard to attract players who are already knee-deep in other games, but it's still harshly worded since Concord certainly has some unique ideas, and it's not like Marvel Rivals is the most original shooter out there. Agreed, and that's why I think he should be quiet. Because as much as I do like Marvel Rivals is clearly a game that was inspired by Overwatch. The idea of Marvel Rivals is not all that unique. It has unique things going for it, and I think that's what helped it stand out from Overwatch, like the destructible environments, the team-up abilities, the cross-play. But like the business model, the core gameplay is similar, and the business model is similar too, with like the skins. So for you to go up and be like, oh, our game's so original, that's why we're successful. No, your game is mainly successful because people fucking hate Overwatch. And also people love Marvel. Let's not act like Marvel, yo, if you would have took Marvel Rivals and removed Spider-Man and everybody else out that game, I don't know if it would have been successful. That's part of it's cool. It's fucking cool to pull out Iron Fist and Wolverine and Magneto. Like, let's not act like that's not a thing. It has the strength of IP behind it as well. But if you would have just made a bunch of random characters, I don't know if this game would have been as successful. Like I said, watch out for karma. And that's why I say, like, yo, I like Marvel Rivals, but shut the fuck up, bro. You don't want to bite your, cause like, and this is why I said I don't think this game should be nominated for Game of the Year. It just had came out. It's the honeymoon phase. We might hate this game 3 months from now. You know how these games are. When the sweats get on and the metas start to establish, right now it's great. But how I feel about it now may not be the same 3 months from now. So like, yo, chill out. Why are you kicking them down? And also, I agree with this article. His criticism also wasn't correct. I know that the internet had some of y'all believing that Concord was the worst game that ever played it, but my friends and I, we played it. It was like a solid 7. Was it mind-blowing? No, but it had original things going for it. It had a storyline, and they were going to drop cutscenes every week that updated the... I haven't seen any game do that. A new cutscene every week telling the story of all these characters? What are you talking about, bruh? That's very unique. That's very ambitious. I haven't seen any, maybe I'm wrong. I haven't seen any game do that. You can get some content updates, you know, once every few months, but every week. You know how far in advance you had to plan to do that shit? The game wasn't that bad. People were just poking fun at it, bro. Is he talking gameplay wise? It doesn't matter what he said, because he said it didn't bring any unique value, not gameplay unique. And even the gameplay, Concord and Marvel Rivals have a lot in common. They're both hero shooters. They're both, that was Concord's biggest problem. It was very similar to Overwatch. The biggest problem, though, I think with Concord is the character designs were awful. They were not characters that anybody wants to be, which is the polar opposite of Marvel Rivals. A bunch of characters everybody wants to be. But in terms of gameplay, Concord and Marvel Rivals have more in common than a lot of y'all think. And if anything, Marvel Rivals also proves that a lot of y'all are not tired of live service games. Y'all niggas be lying, bro. You better be careful. Every game is one patch away from a failure. Ding, 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 ding. That's the other downside of live service games. And what does the internet love to do? Kick people when they are down. You are always one patch away. Let's not forget, Ubisoft used to have a fire-ass BR game. It was called Hyperscape. Y'all remember that shit? It was like old school Unreal Tournament in BR form. Y'all remember this game? This shit was hot for like a good 2 months. We was on this. It was very fun, very unique. The movement was fast. It was cool. And then they dropped a patch that ruined the gameplay. And yo, within a week, that game died. Everybody got the fuck off that shit. That is the downside. The pros to live service games is you can make a lot of money and you can sustain yourself. The downside is you're always one patch away, as well as you can get greedy and it can stifle creativity. So yo, chill out. There's no reason to do that. There's no reason to do that. Chill out, Marvel Rivals. You guys are up right now, but if there's one thing I learned in life, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Unless you only last 2 minutes in the pussy, then I guess that's kind of the same thing. How you start, how you finish. It's horrible across the board. But no sex before marriage. No sex before marriage. Yeah, be humble. Be humble. According to this article, they probably didn't like Overwatch in private, probably. Sony Bend's new IP is in development. Screenshots surface. As we approach 2025, PlayStation's getting ready for... Wait, they got screenshots of it? I'm not showing that. Here, if y'all want to look at that, you can look at it here. I don't read articles before I stream. I literally read headlines and I save them for the stream so we can have live reactions. I don't know if I can show this, but what I do know is Bend is the studio that made the Days Gone. They made Days Gone off my hard drive. They got a new game apparently in development. Some screenshots leaked. Here you go. I'm not showing that shit. I'm not clicking that. Humble, sure. Let's talk some Sonic 3. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 early impressions are calling it the best in the series. Several early impressions state that while Sonic 3 is still a family-friendly film with the same cringe jokes as previous entries, it also feels like it's made for fans of the series' darker stories. This makes sense given it centers on Shadow the Hedgehog as an angsty character who has been Sonic's deepest well for the most anime-inspired melodrama of the early 2000s. Yeah, the alpha footage might get flagged. While I was weary of Jim Carrey's performance as both Dr. Robotnik and his grandfather Gerald, potentially portraying the latter as a joke character rather than a sympathetic mad scientist villain as he is in the games, early viewers said that the villain's story is surprisingly heartfelt. It's a heartfelt standout. The Washington Post's Gene Park said there's more Carrey in this film than the previous two, which makes sense given he plays two characters who spend a lot of time interacting. Hopefully this means that Gerald isn't just a series of gags and that Carrey is able to explore some of the grief that has been central to the character since the debut of his games. Maria. No spoilers? I don't think there's going to be any spoilers, just impressions. I've seen Sonic 3 and I was surprised that my favorite emotional arc was actually with Dr. Robotnik. The cast is as wonderful and as goofy as ever, and I teared up when I heard, spoiler, also, you are not prepared for the mid-credit scenes. That's what I like to hear. After credit scenes, we're not but you teared up during a Sonic movie? I'm not gonna lie, you gotta take it anytime when it comes to Sonic niggas, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. Y'all know Sonic niggas is weird. You gotta take this shit with a grain of salt. You said Silver? What if it was Silver? How would y'all feel if there was a Silver cameo? Silver dressed as Trunks. That nigga comes with a sword on his back. His collar popped and shit. Frieza! Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is the best movie to date. Shadow's story is handled beautifully with Keanu Reeves perfectly in capturing the character. Any fan of Shadow will be happy with what Jeff Fowler has managed to deliver. The visuals and action set pieces are unlike anything seen in a Sonic film. Take the coolest thing you could imagine and times it by 1,000, and that's Sonic 3. You could feel the love and enjoyment in Jim Carrey's duo performance, which reminded me of The Grinch at times. You also can't forget about Ben Schwartz, Colleen O'Shani, I'm sorry, and Idris Elba, who are just the perfect trio and help bring this film together with their vocal performances. They saying this joint is fire. They saying this joint is fire, bro. It's so funny that these movies are as good as they are. I know, right? Hey, you know I'm gonna go see this shit the weekend it come out. You know when I come back to the stream, I'm getting my jokes off. If this shit really is like a classic, the way they describing it, or it's really fucking good, period, I'm getting my jokes off. I'll be like, yo, this shit is fire. But Sonic community, we gotta have a conversation. Why are there more good movies than games? The Sonic cinematic. Sonic 3 nears perfection and is easily the best film in the trilogy. While the first film felt like it was a kid's film, this third film feels like it's aimed at young adults with its story and tone, although the jokes never fail to find their place for the younger audience. Keanu Reeves is the perfect casting for Shadow, who handled it with great care and has a story that's emotional and powerful. Jim Carrey's return turns the dial up on his charismatic and energetic characteristics. I'm hyped for this. So is Princess Sally not canon? I don't know. Wait, who's Princess Sally? Is that bitch that he was kissing in that damn weird ass Nintendo Wii game? Who is that? Who is this? I'm not gonna lie. I'm about to. I don't know. She's from the cartoon. This walnut head ass bitch really. Look, that shit look weird. I gotta get off that page. I don't know. Yeah, that look like some fucking fanfic shit. I don't know. It look like it's about to get freaky. I had to get off that page, man. Clear the history. Clear the history. About to start getting Instagram ads about freaky Sonic shit. Jim Carrey explains his return to playing Dr. Robotnik in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I bought a lot of stuff and I needed the money.
You said in a past interview that you will come back if you get a script written in gold ink by angels.
Yeah.
Is this the script?
That might have been hyperbole, but yeah. You know, I came back to this universe because, first of all, I get to play a genius, which is a bit of a stretch, you know, it's just I bought a lot of stuff and I need the money, frankly. Yeah.
He's so serious too. He's so serious. He's like, because like for those unaware, he didn't want to do the movie. Like, so why'd you need this job? I'm broke. Like, he's real for that, bro. He's real for that. I respect it. I respect it. He said, man, my kids, man, they keep using my credit card. I need to pay these damn bills. He did a pause and said, fuck it. That man is tired of Hollywood. You could tell. Could it possibly be the reason why people aren't playing the games because people are tired of the same formula?
Thanks for the resub, pal. Now I can afford a retwist for my lot.
Well, the games are just not good. Even the ones that repeat the same formula, they haven't been good, except for the recent, the new Sonic Shadow Generations is good, but I mean that's because that's a remaster with some new content. But the other one, they haven't really been too good. I feel like the last good Sonic game since Sonic Shadow Generations was Sonic Generations 10 years ago. Why do you want to work here? Because I need money, right? Jim Carrey's biography is wild. This man has struggled since he's been 15. Speak on it. Sonic Mania was good. Yeah, a lot of people like Sonic Mania. I didn't like Sonic Mania's level design. I wasn't a big fan. Sonic Mania's music was fire though. It was fire, but I wasn't a big fan of Sonic Mania. Sonic Superstars was good. I couldn't tell you. Nobody played that game. That shit sold like 4,000 copies. Clayface movie officially underway at DC. Get this shit out of my face. I'm not watching that. A Clayface movie? A Clayface movie. Chat. A Clayface movie. A Clayface movie? No, I don't want fucking ads, man. Why would I want to look at this ugly nigga for 2 hours, bro? Another Kraven the Hunter. Oh my God. I don't know, man. Speaking of shitty movies, Kraven the Hunter debut. By the way, this is out of date. This is from earlier in the day I saved it. Kraven the Hunter debuts at 12% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's at 9%. Let's see. Kraven the Hunter. Oh, it's up to 15%. Kraven the Hunter is sitting at 15%. So it looks like, and then for those unaware, I dropped the article yesterday. Sony revealed that they are killing the Venomverse. So all these Spider-Man villain movies, this will be the last one. So this will be the final piece to the Square movie theater. The Square that is Venom, Madam Web, Morbius, and Kraven. The only thing that upsets me is we never got to get a Morbius 2, but it looks like they're going out with a bang. Another straight fucking stinker. Kraven the Hunter, where he doesn't fight Spider-Man. He just hunts giraffes. The final villain in this movie, I'm gonna predict it. He's not even hunting animals like on the fucking African safari and shit. This nigga went to the San Diego Zoo. He went to the Baltimore Zoo and fought the damn zookeeper. This nigga's at the San Diego Zoo hiding in a bush shooting, like, you know them little African pellet things with the two. He's shooting it at the monkeys and shit. Now the zookeeper got fucking beef with his ass. Like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? This is the San Diego Zoo. What are you doing? I'm hunting shit. I'm Kraven the Hunter. Man, if you don't get your ass on, then an all-out war breaks out and shit. Movie ends with him sitting in front of Congress. Why were you at the San Diego Zoo? It's the biggest zoo in America besides the Bronx. He's hunting pits in the hood and shit. Like, don't nobody want to see this fucking shit, dude. This shit is fucking garbage. I can't even take this seriously. Harassing the emus at the Bronx Zoo. And fucking Kraven the Hunter. This nigga's about to go to the Bronx and hunt down all the fucking drill rappers and shit. This has been by far the absolute worst series of the movies ever made. There's been worse individual movies, but more than 3 connected films is unbeatably bad. Oh yeah, we're gonna revisit this universe one day and be like, what the fuck were they thinking, Sony? Astro Bot gets some new content. They tried to reset the whole verse. I agree with Tyler. Hold on. What Tyler say? If I was president, the first thing I would do is take podcasts and mic from people. I agree. I'd do the same thing. Or some type of literacy test to get a podcast. Like, I agree. Podcasts need to go. Astro Bot, besides GI Podcast, youtube.com/GI updates. Astro Bot gets, you know, like saying you have a podcast, it will almost get you instantly disqualified. Like, if you want some dating advice for young men in the chat, if you have a podcast and you're single and you're trying to date seriously, never tell a woman you have a fucking podcast, bro. And the reason being is because it has a negative connotation. Like saying, yo, deadass, if you're a man with a podcast, telling a woman you have a podcast is equivalent to a woman telling a man they have an OnlyFans. Like, you go on a date with a woman and you be like, oh, I have an OnlyFans. And like, you're going to be cool about it. Oh, that's what's up. But in the back of your head, you'd be like, yeah, we're done. Or like, this is going to be a fun situation. It's the same shit. You tell a chick on a date, yo, I got a podcast. This nigga's getting ghosted. Don't tell no woman you have a podcast. I remember when I told my girl when we first started dating, I had a podcast. And this is like, because right now the red pill community is on the decline. But this is when like the red pill community was still like at its peak. It was like peaking when me and my girl first started dating like years ago. This was like 3 years ago. I told her I had a podcast. She looked at me like, I was like, hey, but I swear to God, we've been doing a podcast for like 10 years. This is before that other shit. It's gaming related. We don't talk about it. It's not like that. I swear to God, it's not like that. Do not tell nobody you got a podcast, bro. Because also, we don't want to hear that shit. I used to date a stripper, the most fun I ever had, but nothing serious. This nigga was going on adventures. You went into self-defense mode. I swear to God, I'm not like them. You had to cop the plea. Yeah, that's real. That's real. Did you see the anime community being racist over fan art? Doesn't surprise me. One day we're going to have a conversation about, we were just talking about wiggers trying to take over fucking hip hop. Weeaboos too. Weeaboos. White weeaboos gatekeep Japanese culture better or more than actual Japanese people. And I mean, we seen the video. Motherfucker went to fucking Japan to see if people were mad about Yasuke and Assassin's Creed, and the Japanese people were not. I don't know what it is with them, which is crazy in itself because what y'all did to Japanese people. Anyways, I haven't heard that in years. It's just really weird behavior on the internet. So it doesn't surprise me that they're being racist. Like, you can't cosplay as that black character. But yeah, Astro Bot's getting a new winter level, some free content, you know, if anybody wants it. More content. Yo, Elon, fix your video player, dude. We like free. We like free. Free hugs. When is it supposed to be coming out? Oh, December 12th? Oh, tomorrow. It drops tomorrow. If you love Astro Bot, new level drops tomorrow for free at 6 p.m. PST. So yeah, new content for Astro Bot. If you want to read up on it, here you go. Astro Bot was a surprise. Really good game. Really good game. Weeaboo, what did I join? We was talking about anime dweebs. Oh yeah, earlier I said that I was about to get in my bag too. So let me turn down this a little bit. Why am I pulling up my own video? Earlier I kind of teased that I was gonna, normally I leave stuff alone, but today I got time. I'm gonna be petty. So this morning I uploaded a video from yesterday's stream, the segment where we were talking about Suicide Squad and how they're finally killing the game off. Get your cold nose off me, dude. Get your nose off me. They're finally killing the game off. And I guess during this segment, I brought up something about how developers and publishers are struggling to sell games with black characters because there are a lot of racist people on the internet. Everybody, anytime there's a black character on the screen, people scream DEI, woke. And then they also love to gaslight us and tell us we need to make our own games. But then when we do that, they say it's DEI and woke as well. And a perfect example of that is South by Midnight, I believe. Is that the name of the game? I don't want to get it wrong. The black. Yeah, South by Midnight. This stars a black woman in Louisiana, and it's heavily influenced by Creole culture and all that shit, which is a real thing with black people down there. They said, oh, we don't like that. That's woke. The blacks can't wait for this game. It looks really good. Yeah, with the art style and stuff like that. So yeah, I was talking about that on stream and how that's a real thing. Some developers and studios might be hesitant to put a black face in the game because there is a very loud segment on the internet that complains about any type of representation. So I get this comment, right? And I posted this, follow me on Blue Sky, Twitter. I posted this from this guy, Grindel Cavern, who says, dude is way too obsessed with being oppressed as a black man. Says a black hero won't make money even though Miles Morales and Spider-Man 2 were a successful game. So this is where you're going to catch an L. First and foremost, this is a 45-minute video. And I brought up black characters being an issue because that's a real thing with people screaming DEI woke every 5 seconds, but it was only like 30 seconds in a 45-minute video. So excuse me, but if I talk about something for like 30 seconds in a 45-minute video and it bothered you that much, I can't help but feel like you're probably a racist. But there's no way for me to prove that. I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to logically handle you an L. He said, boy, they love to bring up Miles Morales. First of all, Miles Morales and Spider-Man 2 is not even a good argument. People, when that game came out, they were being racist towards Miles. Or did we forget that too? Oh, he's Miles Morales. He's not Spider-Man. Translation, that's code for he's not Spider-Man. He's a nigga. That's what that means. They were saying that the entire time. We supposed to forget that shit, right? So I responded to this shit, right? I was like, yeah, I got time today. Let me try this shit. You said, let them know. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I said. My favorite genre of content is the one where people who frequent black spaces, because friendly reminder, if you come to my stream, first and foremost, let's clarify something. I am not a racist. I love everybody who show love to me. But if you frequent my space as a black man, understand you're gonna hear some pro-black shit. Because when I was born black. And there are certain things that I'm going to go through and experience that may not pertain to you because you don't live the same life that I do, but it doesn't change my reality as a real thing. And if you don't like hearing pro-black shit, you don't like hearing political stuff, then fucking leave. I am never not going to be pro-black. And if that bothers you, honestly, fuck you, because being pro-black does not mean anti-white, anti-Asian, anti-Spanish. I want to see my people prosper. What's wrong with that? You niggas talking about pull yourself up by the fucking bruise, the bootstraps and all this other shit. No, I am not gonna back down to you people. That's who I am. If you don't like it, you are okay to leave. I'm pro-black, accept it. Anyways, my favorite genre of content is one of the people who frequent black spaces on their own will, then cry about them sharing their experience. You ironically perpetuate the snowflake stereotype that you claim to hate instead of just listening. Y'all sit on the internet and call everybody snowflakes. Do you realize that makes you a fucking snowflake? You say, I'm obsessed. That was a 30-second clip in a 45-minute video. Bitch, you're obsessed. What the fuck are you talking about? You're this, oh, I don't want to hear about it. It just fucking challenges my way of thinking. What are you talking about, bruh? Your one example of Miles Morales doesn't change the fact, which by the way, you're wrong about Miles anyway. But your one example of Miles Morales doesn't change the fact people scream DEI every time a blackface is in a game. This is a real thing. They tried to rewrite the history with Assassin's Creed. Oh, if they would have put this like, remember when Assassin's Creed Origins came out? They was typing in the fucking chat, in the comment section, we was kings, we was kings. Racist about every fucking thing. Take that racism doesn't exist anymore because Obama was president shit elsewhere. It won't work here. So I was going to leave it alone, right? I was just checking them, right? Morons say the same thing about Sam Wilson and Captain America. He was black in the comic, like it actually happened. And the crazy part about that is there's context. Steve gave him the fucking mantle because he respected him. But like, they're so racist, they have a hard time believing that Steve could respect a black person. But it happened in the source material, but you don't know that because you're a fucking casual. You don't read the comic books. How are you racist and Captain America is your favorite superhero? That's what I need to understand, because the super soldier serum, for those of you who don't know how it works, it amplifies the user's personality. That's why the creator had to be careful about who he gave it to, because when he gave it to the Red Skull, he didn't know that secretly he had an agenda. He had a conniving personality, and it flared up when he gave him the medicine, versus when he gave it to Steve, it made what was a Boy Scout an Ultra Instinct Boy Scout. So Steve is not a racist, although that's questionable because he could, I don't know. That's a whole other conversation. But you're so fucking racist. You can't believe he respected a black person, bro. It's fucking funny. It's kind of funny considering Cap timeline. Anyways, yeah, nerd shit. All right, I was like, I'm gonna leave that alone. But out of curiosity, like right before I started streaming, right after I left this response, I was like, I wonder if he responded to this shit just for shits and giggles. I gave him the pin of shame, right? Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, and here we have it right here. Somebody said, "Is this a bait?" I hope it is, because he thinks that he's fucking stupid. People are questioning him. His response is not to my response. He says, "It's not a bait. I just think it's corny that he still tries to relate to the audience like he's a struggling content creator who also constantly calls other gamers poor and mocks people's income situation. Shit's just corny to me." So if you notice, he didn't respond to anything that I said. Why? Because he cannot refute my point. What I said is very valid. He has nothing to say. So it's the classic moving the goalpost. He doesn't actually think I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with being an oppressed black man. His real issue with me is he thinks it's corny that I'm trying to relate to the audience. What? Like I'm some type of struggling content creator? I have struggled in my life. You ever been so hungry that you starve for an entire week, and when you finally eat and the food hits your stomach, you throw it up because your body rejected it? I've struggled for real. Don't be mad at me because I worked really hard and my life is good now. And I'm not afraid to say it like I'm supposed to be a bitch about the shit, bruh. But me trying to relate to my audience like I'm some type of struggling content creator, I can relate to being poor because the majority of my life I was poor. My bad, I worked hard. Y'all tell us to pull ourselves up by the bootstraps, and then you get mad when we do it and try to use it against us. I'm not trying to relate to anybody. That's really my experience, and I'm not gonna forget that shit. But here's the funny part, and this is the only, I swear to God, I was not gonna bring this up on stream, but I be banning niggas in the Twitch chat sometimes. I said, you know what? We need to start highlighting and banning niggas on the YouTube shit too, because you're gonna get banned, but I wanted to do it on stream because now I'm gonna turn your dumb ass into content. This is what made me want to show this shit on stream. Who constantly calling other gamers poor and mocking people's income situation. Shit is just corny to me. I've never made fun of poor people. I've never made fun of poor people. You know what I have made fun of though? PS4 niggas, which by the way, and what I'm getting at is I think we found the PS4 nigga in the chat. I've explained this every single time that I've talked about PS4 niggas. And for some reason, it still went over your head, further proving that 8th grade reading level thing is true. Anytime I talk about PS4 niggas, I explain what I mean. If you are a PS4 owner who does not care to upgrade to the PS5, I cannot knock it. When I'm talking about PS4 niggas, I'm talking about PS4 players who complain they don't get the same experience as the PS5. Those are the people I'm talking about. And I say it every single time, and you've still found a way to get offended by it. Why is that? Could it be because you're a PS4 nigga? And also, let's not forget, I also provide solutions. I've said on the stream, I've tried to show you, hey, save 50 bucks a month for 6 months, you can get a PS5. I don't sit here and just crack jokes. All that went over your head. Y'all be telling on yourselves. You moved the goalpost and you admitted you a PS4 nigga.
Us rich people love when you poor people donate, because then Bruce...
Yo, shout out to Web Slinging with the sub. Appreciate it.
...runs around in a Party City costume at
So congratulations to you.
...wealth to helping the people.
You will no longer be able to comment on my channel. You think I'm such a cornball. We're going to make sure you can't watch anymore. Congratulations. You have made it to the 9 circles of hell. I'm going to go ahead and switch my account over to Hokage Highlights. Since it bothers you so much, we're going to make sure you can't watch nothing anymore. Because I'm going to be honest, I have never been the type to beg for views. I don't need your ass over here. Watch this. You think I'm playing? You no longer exist. You're going to enjoy your tour in the 9 circles of hell.
How about I post a picture of me busting a nut in your face? Get that ass banned.
Get that fucking ass banned. You guys, what the fuck I tell you about?
Anyways, I had time to. I just feel like getting them jokes off. He said LTG is wild. Congratulations, you're the first YouTube man. Y'all forgot I had them buttons, bro.
He lied, man. He lied. He fucking lied, man.
Everybody laughing. Everybody laughing. Get fucking banned.
You're gonna apologize to me for being a broke ass, bitch ass nigga.
Shit is crazy, bro. The projection is fucking crazy. This man was not, he didn't think I'm an obsessed, oppressed black man. The real issue is I was making PS4 jokes. I'm not gonna lie. And then some people say that it's cringy that I sit on the stream and I make these jokes. Do y'all see why I make some of these jokes? Some of you niggas act like old white women in a fucking elevator clutching their pearls, but instead you're clutching a PS4. Why would you say that? Like, it's a piece of plastic. You sound like a fucking bitch, bro. What are we talking about here? You said, wah. Like, take a joke. That's what I'm saying. Add him to the fraud list. Fraud alert. Fraud alert.
Me to unsub from Poison Ivy's OnlyFans before Selena sees this month's...
Niggas clutching the PS. Why would he say that? Moving that damn goalpost. He said, oh, I said, ooh, that's a joke right there. Got him. Got him. Speaking of got him, though, I saw this trailer was trending #1 on YouTube. It's a new zombie movie. 10 years later, it has 10 million views. Have y'all seen this? Or 28 years later. Anybody interested in this? I love the PS4 jokes. I'm still on PS4 and I love the slander. It's not that deep, bro. No, nah, I ain't seen it. But I can't wait. Who's excited for it? Who's excited for it? I thought I'd save it because I was like, let me see what it's about. Let me see why this is trending. I feel like I haven't seen a good movie that's not like superhero related in a while.
Wait, sit here. Auntie, what's going on? Jimmy, sit still, keep quiet, and do not move from this spot.
The nerve of you, Dennis! Wait, is that the movie? Oh, I was like, what is that fucking Teletubby ass music? It was the actual movie.
7, 6, 11, 5.
I'm not gonna lie, based off what I watched, I don't know. I feel like I gotta see some reviews for this. I thought the trailer would, this has got to be because like the last movie had to have been fire, and like it has like a rabid fan base that's like vividly like just been really anticipating this movie. That's what it's got to be. It was just goofy. The last two were dope. It was, yeah, because this trailer didn't really blow me away. Like it didn't look bad, but it didn't look particularly interesting either. Like it looked like another it's Craven time. Oh shit, we need a Morbius Craven team up, bro. Yeah, the first two were classics. I keep an eye on it. I check it out if it gets like good reviews and shit. Oh, this is the Rotten Tomatoes. It must be a cult classic because it's sitting at a 72. Bro, what do you want? You hungry? I'll probably feed him after this. I'm craving another. It's craving time. So this was in 2007. The first movie, 28 Days Later, inspired a new wave of running zombie movies. Got you. So this is the blueprint for a lot of things. Okay. Cult classic. Got you. This came out when I was 17. I had never heard of this joint. Hey, but shout out to y'all. I'm happy that y'all got it. Y'all got something. Let me hop in the sub box real quick and see if there's anything going on. Crescent County, Hawthorne, Sugar Dew Island. I wonder who they're trying to appeal to. Nova Hearts. What's Nova Hearts? We need to talk about the Twitch ad situation. This man Vlad. Andrew Schultz, first Vlad TV interview, unreleased full interview. I wonder why he released it all of a sudden. 17, you're really unk? Yeah, I'm 34. Is that supposed to be funny? I talk about my age all the time. I don't hide how old I am. Hey, let me tell y'all something, man. Them age jokes don't work on me. You can get your jokes off. I bet you switch lives with me in a heartbeat if you could. You know, I may be unk, but my bitch is bad. My bank account is nice. My life is fucking great. Also, I look a lot younger than most people my age. Not my age. Most people that's even in their 20s, bro. You said there's no jokes. There's no punchlines, bro. That unk shit only works on people who don't got their life together. I got my life together, bro. I paid more in taxes last year than a lot of you niggas made. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. Unk. I bet you'd want to be unk if you came and lived my life, nigga. I could disappear for a week if I wanted to. You say, you got it, my bad. I'm just fucking with you, bro. We cracking jokes, right? We cracking jokes. Unk, you got it. That's all you got? It's funny because Gen Z is aging rapidly. Yeah. You more big bro or big cuz to me since you're the same age as my sister. True. You are so annoying, dude. Somebody needs a hug. Call of Duty, Neon Abyss 2, Street Fighter 6, M. Bison, Modern Controls. Why is there a trailer for Modern Controls? Who needs to learn how to mod? You said pop your shit. I got to. Give me let me get the grill. Let me get the grill. Yeah, Video Game Awards is tomorrow. I don't really see nothing in it. But I mean, tomorrow will be big announcements for the Video Game Awards. Echo of Ada? What is that? Oh, is this that Donkey Kong game y'all was talking about? The Donkey Kong Country Returns HD? Why have I not seen this before? Unless I just forgot about it. Get the vapes out your mouth if you want to look your age. Yeah, y'all be drinking White Claws and vaping all goddamn day and then wonder why you look 46 at 26. Yeah, there's nothing interesting besides that stuff. All right, let's look at these trailers real quick. Nova Hearts, boys. This is a dating game? Dweebs. No, thank you.
Welcome to Sin Duality, Echo of Ada.
Welcome to Echoes of Ada.
In this third-person extraction shooter, you will pilot a mech called Cradle Coffin.
You will pilot a frame rate moving at 15 frames per second.
Everything to bring resources home.
You gonna stream the Diddy trial on January 9th?
Partner at your side.
Can you stream the Diddy trial? I don't know if I'm gonna stream that.
22, humanity is forced to survive underground
okay?
as the surface is ravaged by toxic rains.
Bye-bye.
Players take on the role of a drifter, venturing to the surface for resources.
Stream the Diddy trial is wild. I'm not gonna lie, this looks ass. Bro, that's my birthday. Okay, nice little gift for you, the Diddy trial. Trial on pay-per-view.
Donkey Kong's back and barreling through the jungle on the Nintendo Switch system. Donkey
One of the best soundtracks ever.
HD.
Imagine streaming during OJ's trial. That would have been crazy. That would have split the internet.
When the Tiki Tak tribe shows up and steals the banana hole.
Do I want to replay this game? It is a classic, but do I want to replay it?
DK and his pal Diddy Kong chase after them.
This is maybe I get it on sale.
It all goes down.
I used to play the shit out this game as a kid.
It's got a jungle. Beach. Some totally ruined.
I'm fucking your bitch. And you can't do shit. Is Diddy Kong his son?
Variety of worlds. So wait.
I don't know what their relationship is. I know the elder one is his dad. I don't remember. I don't know if Diddy is his son. The real, yeah, this is the only Diddy we know.
Moving.
It's his cousin. There you go.
Roll right on through baddies.
Where the Rhino at?
And all sorts of other stuff that only
on PS4, bro. It's Nintendo. Cut it out. I'm all for a good PS4 joke, but come on, it's Nintendo. You reaching?
Plus, check this.
Yeah, these levels used to piss me off jumping in the damn cart.
And the rocket barrel that'll have you blasting off. In some stages, you can even hitch a ride on Ramby's back. Radical. Most levels have 4 Kong letters to collect.
4 Kong. Can we get a Donkey Kong 64 remake?
Level in each world. Careful though. The challenge in these levels will push your skills to the limit.
DK, Donkey Kong.
You can use button controls to perform certain actions.
They need to redo Battletoads. What are you talking about? They just redid Battletoads. It came out like a year or two ago. I remember I streamed it. They did just redo Battletoads, bro. You said they did? Yeah, 2020. It got mixed reviews though, but they redid it. Well, I didn't stream it. I remember me and Siggy were supposed to play co-op on this, and then we found out when we booted it up, it doesn't have actual co-op. So I never actually played the game. It has co-op, but it's only couch co-op. You can't do online. So we that was the fastest uninstall I've ever done on the stream. I was like, bro, I'm not playing this shit without real online
Your
co-op.
Joy-Con controllers.
But yeah, they did remake the game.
Plus,
and if I had to guess why it had mixed reviews, it's probably because that co-op issue.
Even with only 1 pair of Joy-Con controllers. Playing in modern mode is a little more forgiving. It starts you out with more hearts, and you can carry up to 9 items.
Yo, if you got to play Donkey Kong Country on modern controls, you need to turn the fucking game off, dude. Like, this is fine. Like, it's like your kid's first game. You want to put that on, make it easy so they have fun. That's one thing, but like an adult.
What a fun.
Modern controls on Donkey Kong is nasty as an adult.
More items means smoother swinging. Very clutch.
Modern monkeys, literally. Beep, 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 beep. I'm surprised more rappers didn't sample this soundtrack. The soundtrack is classic.
This pair of strong
modern controls, just jump and attack. That's what I'm saying. It's a 2-button game. It looks good. I don't know if I'd buy this for like 60, 70 bucks. I feel like I'd probably wait for when it's like 20, 30. Because this is one of my favorite games of all time. But like, I don't know if like I'm itching to replay it. Shit does look fun, not gonna lie. Yeah, price drop just to have it in the collection. I think Nas sampled this. Like the water level is a classic. I think he's hungry. So I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick and feed him. Yeah, it's 8:30.